And I got corona. Yeah, what's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Put your hands on me. You have to get your ass on shit. Now you about to get beat the fuck up. Yeah, now you about to get beat the fuck up. Now you about to get beat the fuck up. What's up?
The news in you. North, east, west, south. Your night from every alley and Cali intersection and back street. In San Francisco, a Uber driver was attacked by 3 women because he asked them to remove their masks. These little young chickens began to get out of hand. One of them coughed on him, screaming at him and saying, I got COVID, I got COVID. Snatched his cell phone from him and took his mask off. Threatened to whoop his you-know-what, and one of them even pepper sprayed him. And that's sickening. Some little chickens acting like some wild roosters. But that's why I say this, though, family. These public communication jobs, these jobs where you have to deal with the public, are very dangerous. They are now and they have always been. Bus drivers, restaurant workers, liquor store workers, Walmart workers, Uber drivers. Those are dangerous jobs. Anytime you have to deal with the public, that's a dangerous job. Police officers, dangerous job. Fireman, ambulance. All these jobs are high-level jobs, very, very dangerous. These jobs need hazardous pay, like you at the refinery somewhere. These kind of jobs, you definitely need some form of hazardous pay as well. Because look what you got to deal with. You got to deal with people you don't even know what kind of attitude they about to come with. You notice the attitude they had. They was out of control and out of hand, and they should be ashamed of themselves. They darn sure can't call themselves young ladies. Because that wasn't ladylike at all. That was straight hood rat. Bottom line, got to call a spade a spade. That was straight chicken head, chicken fed attitude. Now think about it. And that's a man. It's to all you young women out there. Old ones too. That's a man. Now if he'd have jumped out that car and went upside y'all head, y'all have thought something was wrong with him. If he'd have jumped up out that car and commenced to snatching y'all out that back seat and going upside y'all head, y'all have said, oh, he's assaulting me. You don't put your hands on a man. You don't put your hands on nobody, to be totally honest with it. You're talking about a man who is definitely the stronger vessel. This just to show you that young people don't use their head. This is how we know they don't think. Because think if he'd have just parked the car, locked the doors, unlocked one side, and dragged y'all out of that car one by one, y'all have thought something was wrong with him. If he would have been one of them non-tolerance type of men and just drug y'all, each one of y'all out of there one by one and whooped y'all behind, y'all have thought something was wrong with him. And then that would have been trendy. It would have been a different description on Twitter. Uber driver snatches 3 girls out one by one and whoop they behind for pulling his mask and snatching his cell phone. Family, you got to be careful out here when it comes to who you approach. Because you're going to approach the wrong person and you're going to get just what you're looking for. And you ain't going to even know that was what you're looking for. You're going to get yourself in something you can't get out of. What if he'd have been a psychotic Uber driver that packs a pistol and shot all 3 of y'all in the back seat? See? It lets me know you guys are not thinking. What if he'd had a little bat up in the front seat on the side of his door and opened that door with the welling on y'all knees and broke your kneecaps? Or hit you on top of that nugget? So you have to think when you're out here, people. You have to think about consequence. Everything we do has a consequence. And your consequence is not always you getting arrested. Sometimes your consequence can be somebody doing some violence to you. So you have to think, young people. Think about what if sometime. You always have to think about what if. What if this man is psycho, even though he drives Uber? He's just driving Uber to survive. But he got the whole world on his shoulders and on his mind right now. And anything could tick him off. He could be an Uber driving time bomb. And y'all back there acting a fool. And what if y'all to set the time bomb off if he happened to been one? Y'all have been scared for your life or lost your life. So we have to think. Use your head out here. Be smart. You're not a retard. You know the slogan. And with that, I'm going to say, it's a blessing that you girls didn't get yourself in something you couldn't get out of. And I'm going to say it's a blessing that the man kept his composure and didn't jump back there and do something to y'all youngsters. And family, we have to do better. If you know better, you'll do better. If that was one of them young hard-head Uber drivers, you wouldn't have tried it at all. And you know that. If that was an Uber driver with his hat turned backwards and his lokes on, you would have been just as peaceful. He'd have said, put that mask on. You'd have put that mask on and gave him an extra one. And you know you would have. Because you would have seen in his eyes that he ain't with the BS. So we have to stop it. Stop always thinking people are weaker vessels, because sometimes you'll look at a person and think they weak. No, they just might be humble, but they can still be a ticking time bomb. And then you break them out of their humble space and they do something to you and basically lose their mind when they do it and just really hurt you and violate you to the highest level of being violated, to almost death. So you have to be smart. That's all I'm saying, young people, is use your heads. Don't always approach every situation just thinking it's going to go one way. You approach every situation with the attitude of, what if? Every action has a reaction. That's the way we have to look at this when we're journeying through life. And with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North, east, west, south. Unite from every alley in Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.